So, Mutton Rogan Josh, a dish that originated in Persia that was later developed and perfected in Kashmir. There's actually two versions of it. One is the Muslim version that uses onions, ginger, garlic and tomatoes, and then there's the Kashmiri Pandit version which doesn't have ginger, garlic, onions or tomatoes, and the version I'll be cooking is the Kashmiri Pandit version. I hope you enjoy it.
So here we have 6 black cardamoms, 2 small cinnamon sticks, 8 green cardamom pods, 2 mace shells, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 big pinch of saffron, 1.5 tablespoons of Kashmiri chilli powder, 1 tablespoon of ginger, half a tablespoon of fennel seed powder, and 1 teaspoon of Asafoetida. Next, in a spice blender, I'm going to blend the cumin seeds, the mace, the green cardamom, and also the cinnamon sticks, but I like to break these up a little bit just so it helps the spice blender along and doesn't wear it out too quickly. So when that's done, put the lid on and give it a quick whiz for about 20 seconds. Just so it's nice and fine like this. Next, in a different container, we'll be putting the asafoetida, the fennel powder, the ginger powder, and the Kashmiri red chili powder. And to that I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of water, perhaps a little bit more, just so it makes a nice watery paste. Next, in a pan, I want to add 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, 1 tablespoon of ghee. It's not supposed to have ghee, but I like to add ghee just for the flavour really. And to that you want to add the 6 black cardamoms. And next in goes the mutton. So we want to cook the mutton for at least 10 to 15 minutes until it's caramelized like this. And that means we're ready for the next stage, which is adding that lovely spice paste that we made earlier. I like to add about another cup of water to the spice bowl and add that to the meat. And as you can see, it's got a lovely orangey red colour right now. So after about 10 minutes it looks something like this, and it's time to add the saffron. And add another cup of water to that. Give that a mix. And now you want to just cover that and let that cook for about 45 minutes. So after about 45 minutes, it looks something like this. The lamb is tenderizing nicely. The sauce has become a really nice, rich, orangey red color. And you can see the tender pieces of the lamb. Not quite cooked yet because it's still quite firm. It will need another 30 minutes or so. But this is the stage now where we add the ground masala that we blended earlier. And it smells absolutely amazing. So you want to give that a good stir. And now cover that for another 30 minutes, after which it looks like this. It smells amazing. The color is nice and rich and reddish orange. And the mutton is lovely and cooked, and it's falling off the bone, as you can see here. It is a lovely dish. Totally different from any other lamb dish I've previously tried. Definitely one worth trying. And here's a surprise dish. Got some yogurt, some vegetable oil, 1 cup of wholemeal chappatti flour, half a cup of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of sugar. So we add all that into the mixing bowl. So what this is actually, it's a recipe for some homemade fresh naan breads. So we'll give all that a dry mix. So now we want to add about 3 heaped tablespoons of the yogurt, and mix that well into the flour. Ideally we want a dough of a medium to firm consistency. Add a little bit more yogurt. And now we want to start kneading that and start mixing all the lovely flour and yogurt. And then we want to start mixing that into a lovely soft dough, as you can see here. Just give it a coating of some vegetable oil and give it another knead for about another minute or so. And rub some oil on your hands, and you want to create 4 balls of the dough, which will create 4 naan breads. So cover that with a damp cloth for about 15 minutes. And now it's ready to roll out the naan breads. On a rolling pin, you want to rub some flour so it just doesn't catch onto the dough balls when you're rolling it out. And coat the dough balls into the flour. Roll it out into a little disc. And now it's time to roll. So we want to roll kind of classic naan bread shape, which is like an oval shape, but they shouldn't be perfectly oval. In fact, the more irregular oval shape they are, the more rustic they will be. And next we want to give the top layer a coating of water. Just apply some water with your hands or with a brush if you have. And what this will do, it will help it stick onto the hot plate or tawa, which is the next stage. So next, place the wet side down onto the hot tawa or hot plate for about 10 seconds until bubbles start to appear. and then turn it over so the heat of the flame cooks the other side of the naan bread. And this is where you start to start bubbling up and colour the naan bread really nicely. It doesn't matter if the naan bread falls off at this stage. All that means is there wasn't enough water applied to the other side of the naan bread, but not to worry, because it will still cook. So move it around the flame until the uncooked parts are all cooked. There you go, it's just dropped. Mind your fingers. And there we have a fresh home-cooked naan bread. So there you have it, a Kashmiri-inspired mutton Rogan Josh and fresh homemade naans.